And I mean, if you did find somebody who named their child Claude, could that be classed as a hate crime?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know. It's probably
know.
bordering on it at the very least.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Audiophiles. Right. My name's John. His name is Andy. Um, hey, hey, the clouds away, the straw for the donkeys, and the innocent can all sleep safely. All sleep safely. More on that another time. But first, Andy, what are you? Why are you? And who are you? No.
Uh, that's a lot, John. No one's tuning in for that.
Do we have a song for us to listen to? There you go. That's pretty easier.
There we are, yes. Uh, the band that I would like to bring to the table today for you to check out is a band called Highly Suspect. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, the track by them that I'd like you to scope is called Claudeland.
Claudeland.
Claudeland, like the name Claude, land, like an amusement park for Claudes.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
Please go up, give it a listen, and let me know what you think.
will do. Well, that's quite the beginning, wasn't it? So it starts off with this sort of almost like a bastardization of Johnny B. Good riff. I know what you're thinking. They're all bastardizations of Johnny B. Good riff, and you'd be right. But yeah, a lot of fun. And then this sort of like drum fill almost sounds like slipping gears, and then it goes into this other riff. That's kind of familiar. It's a little bit. I was getting a little bit of sort of Molly Chambers, Kings of Leon, but not quite. Um, yeah, and it's like nice sort of that sort of guitar. No, it sounds like you're almost striking a match on it. And yeah, and real sort of forthright bass rhythm section, firmly in the sort of blues rock. Yeah, it's a lot of fun straight away. And then the guy starts singing. And his first was something like "Don't overthink it," which was funny. Because in the tone of the whole thing. I just instantly got like the Vines kind of black on my thumb energy. But yeah, really good fun straight away. See how this goes.
Don't worry about it, it's not that bad.
Funny that. Yeah. So from the words I was getting, and something about don't worry about it, and the music's playing, and you got the world, the weight of the world on your shoulders, but we'll get you feeling all right. So this is just a standard come out, get pissed, and everything will be fine sort of song. Whatever the background is to why they're not feeling good. Um, but yeah, lots of fun there. Like the sort of break, the drum fill was cool. And just as I stopped, he started singing "Dance, Motherfucker Dance," which is a real live favourite from many years for Violent Femmes. And I'd like to think he's referencing them. Perhaps he isn't, but he is in my mind. Yeah, cool stuff so far.
Dance, motherfucker, dance. Dance the night away. Oh, dance, 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 motherfucker, with that hands. Dance, motherfucker, just dance. Dance the night away.
Yeah, this sounds like the Vines.
Don't overthink it, it don't mean nothing. Just hit the uptown, 'cause we're getting down. Whole club, don't forget about my beer.
It just came to me. Sorry, I really like that guitar part, kind of solo-ish. It had that sort of loose, boozy feel to it, like it wasn't quite steady on its feet, which I really liked. Just as the rain riff kicked back in, then it just came to me. It's really, really similar to Courtney Barnett's Pedestrian at Best. Dun, 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 dun. It's slightly more up tempo. But yeah, it sounds really similar. I don't know when that was. I would stab at 2014, 2015, somewhere around there. Think about where it was when I first heard it. The real question is, where did she nick it from? Sounds great.
Like hell.
I have to comment. Sorry, that was really surprising. And funny how I was I was thinking about this as kind of like a boozy feel to this, nightclubby, energetic, bit smoky. Maybe someone's got barbecue sauce on their fingers and face. Who knows? Um, but that transition there just wasn't seamless. It was like a face plant of somebody who's come out of a club. Um, if you don't, it was particularly when daytime drinking was like totally legal in this country. You suddenly emerge from a hostelry, um, at whatever o'clock, and it's still bright outside. It's a bit like they used to get with the matinee performances at the cinemas. That's dark and place, and then you come out to the bright. But when you've been drinking as well, the fresh air really hits you, and this just feels like fresh air being hit in the face with a slow, bluesy sort of piece. Um, interesting, interesting choice. That change is about the 3 minute mark, wasn't it? Let's go for it.
Like hell.
Stumble. Love that. I love the blues. And that was really effective. And it's got this nice feel to it, particularly in context of the rest of the song, that you're kind of staggering away from whatever carnage you've left behind you. And the blues doesn't make you feel sad. The blues is an acknowledgement of how you're feeling, I think, and almost an acceptance as well. And so as you stagger away, well, fuck that up. That's what it feels like, and you're okay with it until you wake up the next day, and then reality really does hit. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. It wasn't anything particularly new or groundbreaking about the sort of first half, or that sort of last quarter of the song. But I really like the way they put it together. Lots of energy to it, nice sounds. Yeah, it's a good one. This is. We're gonna have to find out more about Highly Suspect. Actually, the title Claudeland. I heard him say Claude and Molly, I think. It may have been a couple of times, definitely at the beginning. It felt like the third verse is a repeat of the first. There might have been differences, hard to tell. But yeah, Claudeland, it feels like perhaps it's an in joke. It's a shit title. For other people not in the know to catch on. But there you go. Yeah, let's find out more about it. Let's get back and shove it down with Andy.
All right, John. So you are back from your afternoon spent at Claudeland. What did you make of this track? What do you think of Highly Suspect and their sound on this one?
Yeah, interesting. So it all kicks off with a quick bastardization of the classic Johnny B. Good riff. I think I said in the reaction, they're all bastardizations of the Johnny B. Good riff, which is fair enough. But it's always nice to hear, But I hope that Chuck got paid a lot of money for that. Probably not. But anyway, it sounds really nice, and it sort of starts to morph, and then the drums fill in, and when they do, it's a bit like you can almost feel it's like gears slipping, and then the guitar riff changes into something else, which is kind of familiar. And I thought first off, it's like a heavier version of Molly's Chambers by Kings of Leon. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, it's not quite, but it's in the same sort of area. And then we get some interesting vocal ticks and all that rubbish. And then the track finally drops down and firmly onto sort of blues rock tracks, as it were. We start chuntering along the rails with a smokestack bass and a match striking run of the electric guitar. It's like someone's lighting a cigarette. And a sort of transitional drum fill that's like, something's coming, folks. And then the vocals kick in. So it's quite busy just for the first 30 seconds. And then your man starts, I think, with the lines, don't overthink it, which is quite funny because it was going on. And I'm reminded of the kind of a little bit of the sound and also the energy of the Vines, particularly sort of Black and My Thumb, that sort of tune. Really, yeah, which is great. I do hear the words Claude and Molly, but that's about it. The lyrics are just flowing over me at this point like rice soup. I mean, you can feel the lumps, which are words, and occasionally I can clump them together into a ball, but that's about it. Bless it, it still sounds good though. So the song then shifts, kind of like a pre-chorus, with a repeated "Don't worry about it" and song about "Come out, the music's playing." At this point, the main riff kicks back in, and it just clicks into my head then that this sounds almost exactly like Courtney Barnett's song "Pedestrian at Best." It's just a slightly higher tempo, but it's almost exactly the same. That main guitar riff, which I love. That's why I like it. I was trying to figure out when, I don't know when this was, but this is like Courtney Barnett's like 2015, I think. I'll have to look it up, but around then, because I can remember where I was when I first heard it, which I think is when it came out. So I don't know if it's before or after the same time, whatever. I don't even know if they've even heard of each other at all, because she, I think, is Kiwi. But it kind of her debut album hit pretty well in this country. So anyway, but it's just interesting. because it's a great song, very different song, but that down, 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 it's a really infectious riff, and it's probably the reason why I like that song of hers so much, which is why I like this song. So there you go. Nothing new under the sun. It's just how you use it. Anyway, that gave me a bit of peace of mind. I can actually click, well, oh yeah, this is what it reminds me of. So get that out of the way. Anyway, we get some nice shenanigans from the guitar. It kind of does a few little sort of runs and things. And naturally, another drum fill to take us into the next section. It's like, a conductor saying, "Can I see your ticket, please?" And off you go. And then we get into a section where he sings "Dance, Motherfucker, Dance," which I'm sure you know is a long time favourites of the Violent Femmes on their live shows. They always do, and usually it's the encore song is "Dance, Motherfucker, Dance." And when I saw them at Brixton Academy, they had massive placards saying "Dance, Motherfucker, Dance," which they held above them as they sang it, and it was hilarious. So I'd like to think that this is a mini tribute to Milwaukee's finest wayward brothers. Probably isn't, but in my head it is. And then we get from there into a really nice solo, well, guitar part type, almost solo type thing. It's just a section of a guitar steps forward a bit. But the nice thing about it is it feels a bit sort of boozy and a bit unsteady on its feet. And I was thinking this from the words, because in the sort of chorusy bit, there's something that says about the weight of the world on your shoulders and something about get you feeling all right. I'm thinking, is this just a classic, let's go out and get pissed and all your problems will go away type song? Which I think it is, which is, fine. So yeah, back comes the refrain and that lovely guitar part again. And then seamlessly, we transition into a drawling blues coda for the song's final minute. And when I say seamlessly, I don't.
The segueing into this other part that is quite far into all that preceded it. Yet, if I'm being honest, I still fucking love it that they did this for whatever reason.
Of course, it sounds great. But the change in tempo and energy is exactly like, I think that's on the action. It's like someone face planting when they're exiting a club. When you get this to a lesser degree when you go and see a matinee at cinema and you emerge into the blinking lights. And when they started officially doing all day drinking in this country, you got the same thing. You start knocking them back at 11 o'clock in the morning, and come like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, you emerge from the hostelry, and it's still really bright outside, and people hit the fresh air and all that, and people just start to fall over, like bang. And it's exactly what it feels like with this. It's just too much, and over you go. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, the blue. I said on the reaction, I love the blues. And this was like a sort of wobbly, sort of bluesy, sort of I'm staggering off home, and I think that's the sort of attitude I got from this was some people say the blues is quite sad and depressing. I don't feel that at all. I think it's cathartic, and in some ways, it makes you accept that shit's going on. And then it's when you wake up sober in the morning, you realize how bad things are. But not when you're sort of listening to this. And so I love the blues. I love that last minute. So yeah, overall, this was a lot of fun. I'd say both sections, nothing new. That's just fine. But all done with really high levels of competence and verve. This is really enjoyable. The one thing I will say is the title does suck, and it sounds like an inside joke. They probably know someone called Claude. And he probably wears a fucking cravat. But yeah, apart from that, yeah, thumbs up. Enjoyed this.
Awesome, man. I'm really glad you liked it. Same experience, just rollicking hard rock blues song. It's really hard not to like. Super infectious, fun attitude lyrics. Like you picked up on it. It's definitely about going out and getting pissed, getting your mind off things. And for every heavy, moody, super intricate song, you got to have, bangers like this to just, dopamine rush. So go on.
Yeah, it just kind of reminded me sort of, what would it be? In your 20s, especially, it was important that you went out every night. And if you didn't go out for some reason, that was an issue. And, and it was just like everything would be sold. Or just get down the pub and get a drink in my hand, no matter what was going on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is something that transcends the Atlantic, because it's the same over here, my friend. They are, yeah, Highly Suspect. They're an American rock band from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. The band consists of two brothers, Rich, bass and backing vocals, and Ryan Mayer, drums and backing vocals. Johnny Stevens, guitar and lead vocals, Matt Kofos, guitar, synthesizer, and backing vocals, and Mark Schwartz, guitar, synthesizer, keyboards, and vocals. Though it's really important to note that the latter members didn't join the band until 2019, so much of their early work was written, recorded, and performed as a three-piece band. So, Highly Suspect's musical style has been described as alternative rock, hard rock, blues rock, grunge, progressive rock, and garage rock. The band has released 4 EPs, 1 compilation album, and 5 full-length albums. The band was formed in 2009, and as mentioned, they cut their teeth in 2009 as a cover band, playing songs by Sublime, Jimi Hendrix, and Pink Floyd in local bars in Cape Cod, including bars like the British Beer Company, J.R. Brody's Roadside Tavern, and Sundancers. They also toured and played a limited number of shows with bands 10 Years, Monster Truck, and Sevendust. The band all graduated from Dennis Yarmouth Regional High School in South Yarmouth, Massachusetts, east of Hyannis. First Offense was Highly Suspect's first EP, released on July 15th, 2009. The EP has Life's a Fun Ride, Not Me, and Smile On. Their first written and recorded songs after making the switch from a cover band, and Not Me would later appear on the self-titled album Highly Suspect, which is that compilation that I alluded to a moment ago. The Gang Lion EP was the band's second EP, released on October 3rd, 2010. It consists of Gang Lion, Big Bear, and Then Mickey, all of which later appeared on, again, Highly Suspect, that self-titled compilation. The Worst Humans was the band's third EP, released on July 13th, 2012, and was produced by Joel Hamilton, who previously had worked with Elvis Costello, the Plastic Ono Band, and the Black Keys. The EP featured the songs Bath Salts, Gumshoe, and The Go. The band's fourth EP, Black Ocean, was released on October of 2013, and it featured 2 tracks from their debut release, as well as 3 new ones. Their self-titled compilation that I mentioned a moment ago, Highly Suspect, was released in 2011, and it contains 14 tracks, consisting of several new songs, as well as previously released but re-recorded songs on those earlier EPs. The band toured the United States in early 2015 with the Deftones, one of John's favorites. I actually do really like the Deftones. Chevelle, Hailstorm, Catfish and the Bottlemen, and Scott Weiland from Stone Temple Pilots. The music video for the song Lydia premiered on MTV.com on June 25th, 2015. Their first studio album, Mr. Asylum, was released on July 17th, 2015 via 300 Entertainment. The album debuted at number 56 on the Billboard 200 and number 7 on the Top Rock Albums charts. It also featured the track we listened to today, Claudeland. So what's really weird is it's exactly 2015, which is kind of when you think that other song by the New Zealand artist whose names escape me. I was unfamiliar with the song.
Courtney Barnett.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. I'm gonna have to check it out now that you're saying it.
That's actually on my long list of songs to give you.
Oh, well then I will hold off, but I will try to remember it for when the time comes and you do give it to me. But yeah, really interesting, man. It's 2015, the same goddamn year, total other side of the globe,
Really?
coming out with what you say is a very similar, maybe sped up kind of guitar motif in this song and that one. So yeah, that kind of tickled me when you said 2015. All the lights went off. I was like, oh shit.
But I did say in the reaction, we just have to work out where she stole it from. So,
Yeah, right. I think, as you mentioned before, we all know where this song and songs like it came from. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. He is the common and sole denominator. So yeah, Timothy Monger at AllMusic reflected positively on the album, likening its muscular sound to Winner Chicken Dinner here, John, Kings of Leon, as well as Queens of the Stone Age, so the rock royalty of the 2000s. On July 24th, 2015, the album debuted at number 39 on the New Zealand albums charts. Okay, New Zealand coming out of nowhere again. So
Wow.
this did well there. I obviously they are open to this kind of sound if one of their own was producing something similar around the same exact time. The first single from the album was the aforementioned Lydia. It peaked at number 4 on the US mainstream rock songs chart and at number 24 on the US alternative songs chart. Due to their growing popularity and the success of their first album, Highly Suspect was selected for iTunes 2015 New Artist Spotlight by its editors. In November, the band released their second single, Bloodfeather, which peaked at number 5 on the US mainstream rocks chart. Mr. Asylum earned the band a nomination for Best Rock Album at the 58th Annual Grammy Awards, and the song Lydia was nominated for Best Rock Song as well. Sean Dempsey of Cryptic Rock reviewed the album and wrote, "There's a revival within the rock and roll genre, and Highly Suspect has the desire and talent to spearhead it. Breaking from the recent tradition of rock bands, Highly Suspect consists of 3 talented individuals. Frontman and guitarist Johnny Stevens has a vocal style that captures pain and angst with a haunted blues sound. His guitar work is equally as impressive, as evident when he transitions between rock and blues. Rich Mayer is a talented bass player, bringing his walking bass and stop bass play style to enhance the band's sound. Drummer Ryan Mayer works seamlessly with his brother to provide the glue to their sound, dropping drum beats and switching tempos to provide momentum and kicking up the energy." He would also add, "Highly Suspect gives their fans an album that does not pull any punches. Mr. Asylum has 10 tracks at 40 intense minutes. With their first album under their belt, Highly Suspect is a band full of potential that is worth keeping an eye on." Cryptic Rock gives Highly Suspect's Mr. Asylum 4.5 out of 5 stars. Over at Sputnik Music, where the album sits at an average score of 3.9 out of 5, user Big Hands, who rated the album a superb 4.5 out of 5, wrote of this track in his review of it, and he said, "Dance, dance, motherfucker, dance. More than a snippet from album closer Claudeland, an infectious throwback rocker that mirrors what Johnny B. Good would sound like if Chuck Berry wrote stoner rock classics. It sums up what Highly Suspect are all about. They don't make music appropriate for dancing. They make music for shotgunning old Milwaukee in a backwoods biker bar while playing guitar smashing roulette." Awesome. Let's get into these lyrics. "Don't overthink it. It don't mean nothing. Just hit the uptown, 'cause we're getting down. Call Claude. Don't forget about Molly. Everything seems better when she's around. Hurry up. We're headed to Bushwick. Blue ribbons and shots from the well. This band's not good, but they don't suck. And these chicks are dancing like hell." So, methinks Molly is not a human being in this instance, and that they're going to pop some. They're going to pop some and then go drink really cheap beer and shots, because Blue Ribbons, I'm sure, is a reference to Pabst Blue Ribbon, which is the cheap hipster beer of choice in Brooklyn. And shots from the well just means it ain't top shelf. I mean, it's the bottom of the barrel. I'm sure, I don't know if that's a phrase you guys use over there at the pub, in the pubs, but if it's well liquor, it's the, baseline cheapest shit they got. "Don't worry about it, it's nothing. Don't worry about it, it's not that bad. Come out where the music is playing, and come out where the feeling's not so sad. Oh, you got the weight of the world on your shoulders tonight. It's okay, we're gonna get you feeling all right. You got the weight of the world on your shoulders tonight. It's okay, we're gonna get you feeling all right. Yeah, all right, oh yeah. Dance, dance, motherfucker, dance, dance, motherfucker. Dance the night away. Oh, dance, 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 motherfucker. Dance, 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 motherfucker. Sorry, Mom. Just dance. Dance the night away. Don't overthink it. It don't mean nothing. Just hit the uptown, 'cause we're going down. Call Claude. Don't forget about Molly. Everything seems better when she's around. And hurry up. We're headed to Bushwick. Blue ribbons and shots from the well. This band's not good, but they don't suck. And these chicks are dancing like hell." So, according to the band, Claudeland is a song which was supposed to cheer up a friend of theirs who's named Claude, someone who is usually the life of the party, as he was in a low point during his life at this time. Stevens said during an interview with Billboard, "We have a friend, Claude," Stevens tells Billboard. "He's the life of the party. He hit an unusually low point for a couple of weeks, so we wrote this upbeat ripper to cheer him up. As is evidenced by the bouncy throwback riffs, he says the song is about giving zero fucks, and I didn't detect a single one given. So yeah, I think Claude aside, it's a sweet gesture to to write a song for your buddies in a bad spot, and it is a ripper. I will agree with them, and it's a lot of fun to listen to. And I totally agree with you. The ending is almost like this fuck. The night's over. We're shit faced. Everything's slowed down a bit, a little wonky. After all of this fast paced shenanigans, that was the total of the day or the total of the song. Here's this piece to kind of illustrate our state after all of that chicanery. So excellent assumption and deduction by you there, John. And I mean, God, from every multiple references you pulled that were then cited in some of these critiques. So again, kudos to you for picking up on those. So yeah, man, thanks for giving this a listen, John.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Of course. All right, so folks out there in the audience, please let us know what you thought of Highly Suspect and the song Claudeland. If it reminded you of any other artists, or if you want to echo some of the sentiments of John and the writers who reviewed this album, there's definitely some stuff there to be extrapolated from these guys' sounds, but they're doing it well and they're doing it fun, so that's really all that matters. If you have any song suggestions, yeah, feel free to drop them in the comments field below. We'd love to hear from you guys and what you may have to offer for a future Friday episode. We will add it to our ever-growing list. Also, please like, share, and or subscribe if you haven't done any or all of those things. We really do appreciate it. And hopefully John and I will catch all y'all in growing numbers on the next installment of the Audiophiles. We'll see you later, guys.